Hey everybody, welcome. I am Deandra with the Phone Sex Dollhouse. I teach people how to become phone sex operators. Let's talk about this, guys. There's a lot of mistakes people are doing out there. But first, let me show y'all. The average pay that we get as phone sex operators is $50 per hour. I was calculating my specific earnings, the earnings of my brand new and experienced students. Now, this is an average. Sometimes you make more, sometimes you make less, but these right here are three examples from two different profiles that I have where it shows you how much I've earned this week on different conversations. Each of the conversations lasted about an hour. So this is how much we're making, guys. About $50 an hour. If you see right there, I'm trying to make this not blurry for y'all, but 1 hour and 9 minutes, 28 seconds. I made $63. I don't know what I just did there, but whatever. So, guys, and you can check these out on my shorts. They're posted, but right there, 1 hour, 9 minutes, $63 in an hour working from home. I'm not driving anywhere. I'm not really investing anything anymore. I have my cell phone. That's all you really need. And as long as you can connect to the internet to log on to the websites, all of that, you can do this on your phone. A laptop is awesome and it is great because you have more freedom. Of course, being on a website, managing a website and stuff, and being on the laptop is easier, but not necessary. My other call right here, guys, and my phone keeps doing that. I'm sorry. I don't know how to mess with those settings, but if I don't touch it or mess with it every few seconds, it like goes dark on me to save battery. 1 hour call, legit, a 1 hour call, $54.90. $54.90, guys. And I'm either charging on this site $1.99 a minute or $1.50 a minute. I don't know which one was which, but it's one or the other. So, can you do this as a brand new PSO? Absolutely. I have seen a lot of people I work with who go and within their first 2 to 3 weeks, they're having calls like this because I give them the strategies, I give them the scripts, I give them everything they need to get started actually making money from home. I've been doing it for 17 years and I've been teaching others how to do this for about 4.5. And here's another phone call, slightly under the hour, but about 54 minutes, $49.50. All of these are calls I've had this week. Right now, it is December 6th, 2025. And within the last week, the last couple days, these are just three of my calls. And I teach people how to do it. And I've reached out to the girls that I've worked with and that I've taught, how's it going? One of them told me, "Oh my God, it's going great. Today I made $83." And she was ecstatic. She works full time as a nurse and she's doing this part time for like holiday money and stuff like that. But she was super excited because she said she'd only been logged in for about 3 hours. And that's all she's really interested in doing. She's like, "I just need a little bit of extra money for the holidays and whatnot." And I'm like, "Oh, that's so freaking awesome." And she's only doing like 2 to 3 hours every other day. And she said she's really enjoying it, really liking it, and she's probably going to continue doing it into January and beyond. Although when we started working and when I started with her, like in the beginning of October, she just said, "I think I'm going to do it for 2 or 3 months just to get a little bit of extra holiday money." And now I'm asking her, "How are you doing?" She's like, "I made $83 in 3 hours." Super excited for her. Another girl that I work with consistently makes that in about an hour. A few nights ago, I was on a specific site in a 1 hour call, a little bit over 1 hour call, because it depends too on percentages and what you get paid and all of that. I made $91 in an hour. It was like an hour and 10 minutes or something. But because I earned a higher percentage, I made $91 in an hour. But these are the types of pay that you can be getting within an hour. Hey there, welcome. Please say hi in the chat. Feel free to ask questions. And if you're rewatching this, guys, feel free to ask questions down below. My name is Deandra. I am here to help you learn how to make money as a PSO from home. Let me just show y'all. These are some of the shifts. Let's see. Where are they at? All right. Let me find them. What happened to this? All right, this is one, and I'm sure you've all seen this already, but this is a per average breakdown. So, in a 5 hour shift that I have, and y'all can see all of my proof and things like that on here. That was one day. This is a little under an hour. That was one that I probably showed a minute ago, 21 minutes. $84 in an hour and a half on that one. A little under an hour, $45. All of this, guys. So in a 5 hour shift, this was a while back actually, I made $68.50 per hour on average. But I took home that day 342. So can you make good money with phone sex? Absolutely. Can you make good money with phone sex as a beginner? Absolutely. If you are experienced, you can definitely should be earning this and more. So let's look at another one. That's an example of my bundles. Why is this giving me issues, y'all? Okay, here's the thing. Here's an example of another call. In 12 minutes, I made $11.70. I looked this up for a carousel. This is on my Instagram. Welcome. I am Deandra. I help people learn how to make money from home. Nationwide, the average minimum wage job pays about $11.19. As a phone sex operator, you could be doing that from home in about 12 minutes. And again, the average per hour pay is $50 an hour. And I teach you how to do this. Okay, so it's $11.18. I just showed you the proof. As a PSO, you can make that in 12 minutes from home. It's like putting an ATM in your bedroom. That is the point of this one right here. And it is on my Instagram. I don't have it, but I can go ahead and put it. And here you go, guys. Here's a different call that I did. 1 hour, literally 1 hour, 17 seconds, $54.90. This is what I help people do consistently. So if you are serious about learning how to make money from home, if you are serious, whether it's a side hustle, you just want a little bit of extra money and you have a full-time job, or you just want to like work from home, maybe you have a situation where you just need a little bit more flexibility, a little bit more of that time freedom, or whatever. I have girls that call me and they're like, help me out. I want to be a stay-at-home mom and I only want to work while my kids are at school so that they can be free when their kids are home and be free on the weekends. And I'm like, hell yeah, this is perfect. Let's do it. I have girls that I work with that are in college, so they get to work around their college hours, their schedule, and they're at home. They're safe. They're doing this with personas and models so they don't have to put themselves out there. Guys, I did this in college. Oh, oops, I don't even know how that happens. That's on Google, so that's where my pictures are. But I did this in college, and that was exactly what I did. I would tell the people that I worked with at the time I was with the company, and I would tell them, okay, so these are my hours for college. This is, I can't work this hour, that day, this day. And they were like, great, we'll work around that. We'll work with you. And that was a true blessing because I got to be in my dorm. I got to just be on my phone, on my computer, and I was making money from home like that as a college student. I continued doing that. I have been a full-time teacher. And while I was teaching, again, with the persona, with the character, it wasn't my face, wasn't me out there. I was making money from home as well on a part-time basis. So I help people get started, guys. So if you want to learn how to be a phone sex operator, if you want to learn how to start, this is the website. Everything is down in the links. Check it out. But it is bit.ly, so bit.ly/dollhouse home. I have everything linked in the description. I have everything that you need to start working. And if you're interested in just like, okay, I can do it by myself, I've got time, I'll read through PDFs and stuff. I've got PDFs, I've got bundles for you if you want to do it all by yourself. If you want some guidance, if you want to sit down with me one-on-one on Zoom, I also have training packages. So check those out. But this is going to be the website if you want to go in and type it out. And if you want to just grab it off of the what is it called? If you want to just grab it off of the link in the description, sorry, y'all blanking out. Feel free to check that out right there. But that is where that is. And guys, like I said, $50 on average working from home. Cannot beat that. So if you're looking to make some income from home, $50 an hour is the average pay. And I can help you make that even more. But typically, that is what people are averaging. And y'all saw my numbers a minute ago where I actually made $68 an hour. And all I'm doing is talking on the phone, having some fun, chatting with people, getting to know them. And that's pretty much all that we do, y'all. So ask your questions in the comments. If you're rewatching this, feel free to ask your questions down in the comment section as well. I will answer them. I also will go ahead and put my email address. So if you have questions, you want to email me, feel free to do that. Check out my other videos. Check out my shorts where I share my experiences and the experiences of my students as well. And if you have an idea, or if you have a question, something you'd like to learn, some information you'd like me to talk about or put out here, feel free to request that. Put it in the comments section. I would love that. So guys, feel free to ask questions. Let's talk about some things that are keeping PSOs from making money. So the number one thing that's keeping PSOs from making money, I would call this the mistake, would be just waiting around for calls. This is why they quit. They don't get calls. They don't get calls equals no money. That sucks. Been there until I figured out the strategy, the tips, the techniques to get callers. Guys, I have an ebook for this. It is called Seduce with Strategy. And I hope I don't misspell it. So Seduce with Strategy will teach you how to get callers, how to start promoting yourself, where to start promoting yourself as a PSO. Do you need to use your own pictures? Not if you do not want to. You can go ahead and legally buy pictures of models, get the rights to them, like PLRs. I'm sure y'all have heard about that. Use those pictures to create your personas, create your characters. Now you become that character. I actually teach you how to do that too. I have another book and a bundle called the Persona Bundles, or ebooks, I guess you could say. I can't quite remember the full name of them, but I literally tell you in those ebooks where to find pictures of models, legally find pictures of models. You can resell the pictures for additional income stream. You can use those models on all of these different sites that I help you get started on. Night Flirt, Talk to Me, Pillow Whisper, Sin Cats, so many good reputable sites. And you do not need to be paying somebody $5,000, $3,000 to create those profiles for you. And I did a video about this a while back. Feel free to watch one of my previous lives as well. If somebody's asking you for your personal information, like your social security, your address, your birthday, all these different things to create a profile for you, please do not do that. That is a scam. I hate that. And they're charging people $3,000 to $5,000 to give them this. And sure, maybe they're setting them up, which by the way takes like 30, 40 minutes, and I can help you get started in a one-on-one session for a hell of a lot less than that. But nobody needs your social, your address, none of that. You can create your profile and add it into the website later at a later date. Please don't give your bank account information either to people who may ask you, hey, I'll get you set up on a website. I'll get you a phone sex website, character, whatever. Give me all these details and pay me $3,000. They're scamming you out of $3,000. Plus, they're taking your personal information and they're going to use it for God who knows what. So please don't fall victim to that. If you have run across that, if you are wondering about that, please email me personally. My email will be down in the links. It's phonesexdolls with an S at Gmail's. So literally just like that. Phone sex dolls with an S at Gmail's if you have questions about something like that. Because you don't need to give somebody all of that bit of information for an account like that. But guys, I do have ebooks where I will help you, and it actually do, like, you read through it and it's not just some like AI generated thing. It is literally step by step broken down details to help you create your personas. Where can you buy pictures of models legally, good models, pretty models that will bring you in some money? And then the most important thing, once you have that character built up, that profile built up, how do you bring callers in? Every website has a different system to bring callers into you. However, you can use websites like Reddit, Twitter, and other type sites that I talk about in this ebook to bring in even more callers. There are websites now that give you an affiliate account, an affiliate link when you create your profile. How do you use that to make even more money? So, for example, a lot of people don't know this. Talk to Me has a program where if somebody signs up for their website through your affiliate link, which you get automatically when you sign up with their website, if you promote your account, your actual profile, and somebody signs up for their website, whether or not they talk to you or talk to somebody else, when they spend $50, you get $50 automatically because that is your referral, whether they speak with you or anybody else on that site. And it doesn't matter if it's cam, it doesn't matter if it's phone or whatnot, because now they offer cam too. So those are ways for you to make money, guys. So definitely utilize that. And I talk about all of that in Seduce with Strategy. So on the platform itself that you're on, what does the platform have that you can actually use to get callers to call you? How do you actually use their specific website to attract callers? Because this is definitely competitive. You're going to put in time and energy. I don't want to make this seem like it is absolutely the easiest thing in the universe and you're not going to put in time or energy or anything. However, it is the best in my opinion. It is definitely easier and better than driving around your city all freaking night, running your car into the ground and wasting money on gas and stuff doing Uber Eats, something like that. And I'm not knocking it. I'm like, I'd just rather be home. I'd rather be safe, be on the phone and doing something like that, right? Because I've tried Uber. It wasn't as lucrative for me as I thought it would be. But this definitely is, guys. Um, I don't want to be making a whole ton of tumblers. I don't want to have a whole ton of inventory to take care of. All I need here is my phone. And all I need to do is actually sit down, learn how to bring in customers for free so I can start talking to them and keep those people talking to me. All right. So, Seduce with Strategy, that is going to be the ebook that you're going to want in order to make sure you're having a good shift. Because one mistake people do is they don't promote themselves. They don't know how to promote themselves. They don't know that they can. They're just logging on, expecting for calls to come in. And then when they don't come in, because there are shifts where you won't have a lot of callers, then they're going to be upset. They're going to get no calls. They're going to get no money. They're going to be like, oh, this sucks. This doesn't work. But that is how it is with a lot of things, right? But if you do what you need to do, if you know how to do what you need to do easily, quickly, and for free, that the callers will come in and then you will get money. And this will be one of the things that you won't even have to worry about. You're going to be able to consistently log in, the phone starts ringing, you start talking, start making money. I teach people how to do that. So if you're serious about learning how to do this correctly, serious about making money from home, being a phone sex operator, and doing it the right way and making the money that you want, whether that's part time, whether that's every now and then, or you're really looking to switch careers, go ahead and look for this ebook. And actually, I just put up a bundle this past week called the $500 a week bundle. I've put it down in the links, but let me show you. It has 4 ebooks. Honestly, it's probably one of the best bundles that I've put out. Like, of all of them, I think it's my favorite, other than the one where you literally get all of my PDFs. So this is what it looks like, guys. Let's see if this doesn't show up too bright on here. Let's see. Let's see if that's a little better. Well, somewhat better, not better. Eek. I can literally barely see it. But all right, guys. So what this bundle is going to do, it's called your first $500 a week bundle. So the bundle itself is called your first $500 week bundle. It has 4 ebooks. It has this one right here that I just talked about, Seduce with Strategy. It has the second one. I'm sorry about that. My phone's going crazy over there, y'all. All right, so it's got that one. It has the How to Get Started as a PSO. That one has a little bit of everything. Everything you need, step by step by step, broken down. How to get started as a PSO. Once you get your profiles up and going, which is going to be this ebook, so maybe I should have listed this as number 1. Next thing you're going to need to know is, again, how do I use each individual platform and the processes that they offer me to get callers? I am so sorry, guys. That is annoying the hell out of me right now. Let me put my phone on silent. All right. We'll be good. All right. So, Seduce with Strategy. Oh, and I think that was supposed to be why. Whatever, y'all. Y'all know what I meant. I just saw that. I'm like, oops. All right. Seduce with Strategy. Once you get your profiles going, how do you actually use that platform to get you callers? And then how and where can you actually promote your sites, your profiles to get callers to come see you, hopefully sign up under an affiliate link if your site offers it. Most of them do now. And that way you make even more money from the same person. That way you start talking and you get callers to come in, and you start making regulars by obviously having good phone calls, guys, and knowing what to say. That is going to be one of the other mistakes people do. So the other 2 books in this bundle, my 100+ conversation starters. That is literally 100 scripts of any scenario and role play deal you can imagine. You want to be the dirty neighbor? Got that. And then they're the dirty neighbor. Everything from super mild and nice to super kinky and out there. 100+ conversation starters. So if you don't know what to say, or if you feel like, oh, I want to do that, but I wouldn't know what to say, I would be nervous, I literally have broken down, and I do have a video on here. So check out my videos where I talk about this, and I do show 2 of the conversations and exactly what they look like. And I literally give you the countdown. Breathe deep. 3, 2, 1. Now say this. Now say that. And now, if you want to flip the script, okay, well, maybe they're the dirty neighbor. Another fun scenario that I really like doing, or role play, I'm the dirty boss, and I'm going to make you do something for a promotion that you really want, right? But flip the switch or flip the script. I have for every single conversation paragraph and script, one where we flip the script, and now the caller's different. What does that do? It literally keeps your calls going very long. I can average an hour and a half to 2 hour long conversation. Why? Because I know what to say. I know how to say. I give you the details. I give you the steps in that ebook right there. So that ebook is probably the best one in the whole category. But I literally say, breathe deep, breathe slow, stop. Why? Because those little pauses are going to go ahead and give you a few more seconds with the caller, and they love that shit, right? So that right there, guys, conversation starters, scenarios, role plays, grab that ebook. That is probably the best one in the whole set. So anyways, the next one on here is a brand new one. It's called Voices of Seduction, which pretty much is similar to this one, but it's just going to be phrases to kind of kick off the conversation. Things you could specifically say if you're being the dirty neighbor, if you're being the boss, if you're being the brat, whoever you're playing for that given conversation. These are specific little sentences that are, I promise you, are going to make your caller go crazy. And what happens when we know what to say, when we make them go crazy? they're going to call you back and they're going to call you back. And here's the tip for all of y'all out there. After you're done talking to your caller for 30 minutes, an hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever, I promise y'all here, if you take this ebook, that 100 plus conversation role play starter, that's going to go ahead and get you your hour minimum calls. This right here is the tool, I feel the secret weapon that all my students are using to get an hour plus with each caller, which is awesome because if once you get your callers, you get your regulars, all of that, you don't need to be promoting as much. You don't need to be doing all that. You always want to keep it up, but you can kind of lessen up here because you already have people calling you. And if you're talking to them for an hour and a half, then you're making your money and you're doing it very well. Anyways, you're definitely going to make $500. I literally lowballed it. I want to under promise over deliver because this is actually going to do that for you. But at the very end of your call, you're going to now look at that caller. He had fun. You were the dirty secretary, whatever. Now you're going to say at the very end of the call, how do you flip the script? Oh my God, when we talk next time, I want you to be the secretary. I want you to be the librarian. So think of some fun things you're going to make me do or that we can do on our next call. And now you've already got them thinking about it. The next call, you're assuming the sale, like we say in sales, right? And they're already thinking about it. They're feeling good and happy with you right now. And of course, they're going to call you back the next chance they get, right? Because you already know what you're going to say. You already know what's going to happen next and that you're flipping the script of the call you just had with them. That right there, guys, best thing you could do at the very end of any given call, because that is bringing that person in, turning them into a regular. So I promise y'all, these are the tips and the tricks in all of these ebooks. But this bundle right here, this is going to be one of the best ones I feel that I have. This is going to make people a lot of money. So go grab it right now. The link is down there in the description. So again, we're going through all those steps, right? Number one, how do you make your profile? Where do you make your profile? So these two should be backwards. But anyways, this is step one. Then I want you to start promoting yourself, learn your website, learn the platform, because that is another mistake people make. They do not learn their platform. They don't learn what's available, what's there, what can they do to make all of the money and squeeze all the money out of that given platform that they can to help them make money. So that's going to be step two. And then when you have the callers, what exactly do you say? How do you say it? That's what these two ebooks are going to do. And by the way, I also have a bundle of just these two ebooks if you want to do that instead. Like maybe you're already experienced, you're like, I have the profiles, I'm already promoting, awesome. Now, if you are experienced, all this is also going to help you and it's going to give you maybe some tips or ideas that maybe you haven't been doing. And that's cool if you can get that, right? But if you just want these two, I have those two as well. These are a separate bundle. Don't quite know the name of that bundle, but let me go ahead and tell y'all. Because again, guys, I literally just added that ebook like this week. So brand smoking brand new bundle. So again, that's that one. Let's go to the Dollhouse. Y'all should come visit me at the Dollhouse. Let's see. All right. So that. Oh, by the way, guys, come find me on TikTok as well. I'm also on Instagram. So follow me on those sites too. I am opening up the Dollhouse right now for us. And hopefully I can get this to look pretty. And this is what it looks like. I don't know why it is so dark though. Or like, I mean, it's not. Let's see if that does anything better for us. There we go. All right. So if you come on here, okay, guys, so this right here is that first PDF, how to start earning money with phone sex. This is in the $500 a week bundle. That's going to be step one. How do you set up your accounts? What are the websites? What are the tips? All of that for the given website. Then these are the persona ebooks. Those aren't in the bundle, but those are real good too. This is the 100+ conversation starters, scenarios for longer calls, bigger paydays, and repeat clients. And I tell you all of the tips, all of the strategies, all of that. If you click in here, let's see if I have that page. I do not, but y'all can check out my other video too for like a specific example of the scripts. So that is going to be in the bundle itself. Then we have Seduce with Strategy. This is the one that's going to teach you how to use your specific platform, how to use the website, where do you find the affiliate links, all of those things. Where do you promote yourself? How can you use all of the free tools that we have to bring callers to your specific profile? That is going to be Seduce with Strategy. All right. Then I have other resources, as y'all can see, but this is the one we're looking for. So your first $500 bundle, it looks like this. This is what I tried showing y'all a while ago. So you would come down here, guys. It'll give you the details of what's here. Voices of Seduction. This is going to be based on what character you want to play. 10 go-to lines for each character means 100 go-to lines. So if you wanted to be the brat, 10 things the brat would say. If you want to be the dominant female, 10 things a dom would say. 10 things a submissive would say. So all of the most popular ones are going to be on there. 10 go-to lines. All right. So that is this bundle. It is my newest one. And when you're on here, guys, to find the trainings and stuff, that is not where. You'll click here, the name in the middle. Then you'll go, that loaded twice, right here to the middle where it says all products. You can go ahead and find the bundles at the bottom. First one listed is going to be the one I was just talking about, your first $500 a week bundle. Feel free to grab it. The link is down there. But if you scroll down, this is the one I was just trying to get to. This is the other one I was mentioning. The Seductive Conversation Starter Bundle. I will link that down there as well too. Basically, if you said, I already have a profile, I'm already good, I'm already promoting myself, but you would like the scripts of literally what to say. These are actually 200 scripts, guys, because again, I give you 100+ conversation starters. That right there, every single one. Say it like this, do this, speak like this, breathe, pause, and then how do you flip the script? So if you know exactly what to say during a call, you're going to be doing great. You are welcome, Miss T Diamond. Thank you for being on the live with me. So ask your questions down below. I'm glad you're here with us. So that's going to be that one, guys. And then the other one, again, Voices of Seduction, 10 personas that print money. Hey, if Campbell's can print chicken, you can learn how to legally print money with phone sex. I think I'm going to make that a video. I'm going to make that a video, guys. So check it out. The links will be down below, and no matter what link you fall onto, guys, everything will be down here. I do have one-on-one training options too. If you want 4 sessions plus all of the ebooks in the Dollhouse collection right now, go ahead and set up this right here. You'll go in there and it'll go into the steps. These are going to be 4-hour-long sessions. We can do 2 at a time. So if you said, let's do 2 hours together, let's just set up the whole afternoon and do all 4 hours together, or you want to do 1 hour a week. So essentially we're meeting for a whole month, checking progress, doing more studying, getting more information, practicing scenarios, and doing profiles, which I love. Like that's my favorite thing. Then we can do that. I have an option for 2 sessions plus all of the ebooks too, guys. And again, you'll find the links down below. Feel free to look for my happy hour training session plus my after hour training session. And then, okay, so my picture fell off. I don't know why my picture fell off, but this is the collection with all ebooks. At the moment, I have a total of 10 ebooks in the collection. So if you don't want to meet one-on-one, but you're like, you know what, I want the information, it's going to help me make money, do this, and this is one of my goals, you can grab all of the ebooks, guys. This is an awesome bundle because everything. You get the personas, the character workbooks, and that's super important. The 100 plus conversation starters. More. You also get this one right here. Lick it and flip it. This is making money with envelopes. This is a not phone sex related side hustle. So feel free to check that one out too. Promote yourself with strategy that I was talking about. You're going to get all of them. So all of the books, if you're into the Dom calls and that's what you want to focus on, this right here, Whispers of Control, is going to be the book that you want. More are coming. Lace and Power, all of them. You're going to get all of my current ebooks. So you can go through the steps. Then you can look at the other bundles on here as well, guys. You can check them all out. Or if you're just interested in like maybe one of the ebooks and you're like, I really just want this one specific one, maybe the one you really like the idea of is the conversations, then feel free to grab those scripts right there. Maybe you just want to learn how to promote yourself a little bit more, a little bit better, then go in here. You can individually grab these, or you can go ahead and grab the bundle options that I've got on here. So feel free to check that out, guys. I freaking love this one. I think that's such a pretty picture. I really like that little character that the program made me. I make these all with Canva, by the way, guys. So definitely fun as well to do that. All right. So anyways, guys, getting back to this, what are some of the other mistakes people are making? Well, I talked a little bit about the importance of the persona, but not as much, right? So mistake number 2 that people are making is their persona, their characters are not, I guess I'll say consistent. Their persona, their characters lack personality. That is the worst thing ever. So if you do all this work, guys, you create your profile, you promote it either through the site itself or you do like a Twitter account for it, X, whatever, Reddit, all of that. You get people in and they don't call you back. That is because number 1, you probably don't know what to say. And the conversation itself might be awkward, might not be going in the right direction. And the caller decided, I'm not calling that person back. Or maybe you felt fake, or they felt you just didn't have things together. And they're like, this doesn't sound like I'm talking to a person. Feel free to share yourself in the sense of let them know what some of your favorite food is. What is your favorite song? Why? Share a couple of stories that, of course, isn't going to give too much of yourself away. Oh, when I was 5, I accidentally ate glitter. And I was so scared that I was going to that something was going to happen in my stomach, or I was so scared, whatever it was, right? And that was a true story. When I was 5, guys, I had one of those Lisa Frank stationery kits, and it had the little tubes of glitter that were like that big, and I couldn't open it. I couldn't get anybody. I couldn't find anybody to help me open it. So I did it with my teeth, and when I put it in my mouth, right, I bit into it so hard that it just popped the lid. It literally fell into the back of my throat, the little lid. I swallowed it, and I was freaking out, but it was little like that. So thankfully it wasn't a big deal, but I swallowed the whole tube of glitter, like literally. So I went to the kitchen. I freaked out. I was like, my mom's going to get so mad at me. And I went to the kitchen and I downed all of the Sunny D. So I was so scared that I was gonna how should I put this in a YouTube friendly way? I was just so scared I was gonna get so sick. And I didn't tell anybody. I freaked out like crazy. And I went and literally finished all of the Sunny Delight in our fridge. And when I couldn't find any more orange juice, I walked over to my grandma's house and I took all of her orange juice. For some reason, I thought, 5-year-old me thought that orange juice was going to make me. Oh my God, everybody asks me that about that. If I pooped glitter. Honestly, I don't remember. But when I tell that story, that's literally the first thing everybody asks me. You had pretty glitter shit. Honestly, I don't remember, but I think so. I think it was. I went to my grandma's house and I looked for Sunny Delight. When she didn't have any, I freaked out. But again, I wasn't trying to tell my mom or my dad or anybody. So I literally just ran out of the house, totally freaked out. And they didn't know. So then whenever my grandma called, oh, by the way, she's over here, my mom was like, "What? When did she leave?" And it was only like a block away. It's not like I ran across the town or the city or whatever, but I left totally freaked out and I didn't tell anybody till like a year later, literally. Like, oh, remember when I ran away to grandma's house last year? That's because I ate the whole tube of glitter and I thought Sunny Delight was gonna make it better. Because I guess they had said at some point that orange juice makes you feel better, things like that. So yeah, so stories like that, feel free to share with them. Another story that I always tell them, I was like, oh, and it's something that causes curiosity to cause conversation. So exactly when I share that story, they're like, oh, did you poop glitter? And now we can talk about that. Not that that's a topic I like talking about, but we kind of skip around it. I'll be like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe. And then we move on, right? But then they share a story about, oh, when I was 10, I did this, or when I was 6, I ran away and whatever happened, right? But that is how we get those longer calls coming in. That is how we share a little bit about ourselves. We share our personality. And when it comes to having your phone sex personas, number one, you need to pick a niche. You need to pick a topic that you'll talk about. Also, definitely have your do not list done. So if there's a topic you're not willing to talk about, put it on your profile or let them know right away, like, I will not talk about this. What will you? What won't you talk about? And it's okay to say, I'm absolutely not going to talk about this topic. I'm absolutely not going to talk about that for whatever the reason. You don't even have to tell them a reason. When they call you or when somebody sends you a message and says, will you talk about this? And if the answer is no, just tell them, hey, no, I'm so sorry. I don't talk about that. But always suggest a different topic you are okay talking about. But if you'd like to talk about this other thing, or if you want to do this role play or this scenario, which is again, guys, that 100 plus conversation starters ebook, to have suggestions ready, to have ideas ready for when those situations come up that you like to talk about, that you enjoy talking about instead. um, that right there sometimes will get you a call. And if not, you know what? Well, I hope you have fun and find somebody to talk to tonight and let them go, because there are so many people who will talk to you about other things that you are comfortable talking about. So make sure that you know what you will and are not going to be talking about. But what I mean by having your persona and your personality really is, what is their age? What is their name? Do they have a middle name? Where are they from? Have they always lived in the same city, moved around? What's going on with that? Are they in college? Are they in school? If so, what happens and what is going on in their lives? So, for example, a 19-year-old that's just starting college is going to have a lot more different things going on than a 35-year-old does, right? A 35-year-old naughty neighbor isn't going to necessarily be excited about going to a football game this year or going tailgating or things like that, like a 19-year-old would be, because she's just starting college out. So, what is your character's age, or their name? Do they have a middle name? Where are they from? What city are they from? Where did they go to school? What's their college? If you really find out that your caller really likes the Cowboys, oh my God, the Cowboys suck. What are you talking about? It's all about the Giants or whatever, right? Um, who who is or what is your character's favorite music details? And again, this is a little bit where you can share about you. So if you really like rock music, let them know, hey, well, my favorite band is Metallica, my favorite band is this or that, I really like country, these are my favorite artists. And that is where you can share a little bit about yourself, right, and how you do it as your character, so that today, if I tell somebody, oh, my favorite band is Metallica, and they call me back 2 weeks later and it's the same character, whatever, right? I'm not going to be like, oh my God, I hate rock music. because I'm actually telling them what I actually like. So it's a little bit about myself that's real, and they see that, they hear that. So that is definitely a mistake people are making. And I've seen that with people like, oh, and I'll tell them, who's who's your character's favorite music or artist? I don't know. Well, where is your character from? I don't know. How old is your character? I don't know. And again, we're playing a character. So if you are a 42-year-old in South Carolina, it's totally okay to be like, you know what? I'm a 19-year-old in Texas and I'm going to this college. That is where Google comes in. So that's another thing, guys. Google your character. What is the 19-year-old in Texas at A&M doing? What activities are going on at A&M? What do they say at A&M? At A&M, they say howdy. So I'm going to be saying howdy when I talk as this character. I don't know why, but apparently it's a thing for them over there. So anyways, Um, those are the details that make it more real. Those are the details you need to find out, incorporate, look into. Okay, so if I said that I live in Austin, Texas, what is a local restaurant that somebody in Austin, Texas would go eat at? Google, Yelp, whatever. Right now, I sound more real because I can be like, oh, yeah, I go to this restaurant called Emma's Bar and Grill, whatever. And it's a local bar. It's not a chain. Make sure it's something local and like not super crazy big or whatever. And what do you eat there? Google the restaurant menu. A panini sandwich with extra bacon, whatever. But yeah, getting those details, and as more detailed as you can get, the more real you sound, the more real you are, the more conversations you're going to get. And the longer the person will talk to you, oh my God, I hate panini sandwiches. But maybe if I'm ever in Austin, I'll go check it out. You should, totally. But if you hate panini sandwiches, you know what? They have really good pizzas. Try a pizza out. Whatever, right? And that keeps the conversation going. Oh, really? What's your favorite Metallica song? I saw them in concert forever ago. Blah, blah, blah. And now the conversation's going, and it's not always about sex. That's another thing, right? That people think. People think that you have to sound sexy, be sexy. No, you have to be real. And even if you're not giving all of the real details, like I just gave an example, you could be a 45-year-old in South Carolina, but I'm saying that I'm an 18-year-old or 19-year-old in South Texas, A&M, whatever. Great. I'm a college freshman. I'm going to Google and look up all of those details. And what would this character person be excited about now? Well, there's tailgating, there's football, there's this. I need to pick a major. What am I going to be when I grow up? Hint, hint, if you're already an accountant, well, I'm really thinking about maybe being an accountant because this interests me. But I don't think I'd like A, B, C, or D because I've seen my friends who are accountants or older, my cousins, my sisters, whatever, they don't like this. And now you can talk a little bit more about what you actually know, right? So that is how you hold those conversations, hold those calls. So you got to be somewhat real, not moaning. That's annoying. They will hang up on you. I hate that, y'all. Unless you're literally doing a moaning line, which I've seen do not so great. I tried it myself at one point. Literally, it was a moaning line because I saw it as a suggestion or as a listing, and it was horrible. I called it. I was annoyed. One time I had a caller call me, and then he called us another PSO. So now we're doing a three-way call. The whole time, she didn't know what to say. This is where 100 conversations come in, where this ebook comes in. The whole time, she's like, oh. Ugh, so annoying. And said nothing the whole time. Yes, you got to do that a little bit when it's time. Definitely not 5 minutes in. Please don't do that because they will hang up on you quickly. So, carrying that conversation, actually speaking to them, because it is phone sex, right? We're on the phone, we're going to talk. So don't get into that too soon. That's definitely another mistake people make. But moaning and making those sounds nonstop and way too early is going to kill your call time 100% of the time. So build up the story, be descriptive, be creative, and just imagine what it actually would feel like. Every single bit of it. That is what I teach people how to do. We can practice it on the phone. One time it was fun because I worked with somebody who was absolutely brand new to this, y'all. And she literally was like, I don't think I can say this or that. I was like, well, say it to me. And then she's sitting there like telling me all these things. It was fun. I was like, call me this, call me that, say this, say that to me. Do it again, do it again. Make it comfortable, right? Um, so people think that it's sounding sexy, being sexy, whatever. No, it's having that conversation. So that is a mistake that a lot of people are making. Moaning and sounds or whatever too quickly, too often. Oh, so going back to that story, guys, the three-way call, the guy hung up on her quickly. Like 5 minutes in, he literally hung up with her and stayed with me on the phone for another 30 minutes. She lost out on money because her mistake was she thought she had to sound sexy. She thought that was being sexy. She thought that was what the callers want. They don't want that. And I can help you. Feel free if you're serious about getting better at this, about learning, guys. Grab either this bundle right here. What did I say it was called? Seduction something. um, I should know this. I should know this. I'm gonna give you all the name of it. It was called the Seductive Conversation Starter Pack. I'm going to write it down here. Either grab that bundle with the 2 ebooks or grab this one with the 4. Seductive Conversation Starter Pack. So that right there, guys, that bundle right there is going to be really, really good. Just literally those 2 ebooks, or go ahead and grab that $500 a week ebook. Again, the links are down in the description. If you are ready to start making money online, and again, this could be a great side hustle. When I was full-time teaching, I was doing this at home. I was like logging on a Sunday. Don't think that any day is off limits. Don't be like, oh, Sundays are going to suck because people are with their family and this and that. Exactly, y'all. People are with their family. They're stressed. They're annoyed. All of that. They need to talk to us. Um, 3 weeks ago on a Sunday, this was right after the Black Friday weekend, all of that. I logged on. I made a little under $500. So is it possible to make $500 a week? Absolutely. I was shy about $25 of $500. And I did that on that Sunday because I knew that Monday and Tuesday I was going to be busy and I did not want to not want to log in, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to. So I was like, let me get my hours in before that. And I had a really good day. And again, I know where to market it. I know where to promote it. I put my links up. I did all that. Like, hey, I'm gonna be on. Let's talk. Let's chat. Let's have some fun. Whatever I promoted it as. Then I got on my sites, and for each individual site, I sent my emails out. I sent my messages to my callers, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be on today. Not a typical day for me to be on or during the day, but I did what I know how to do, and I had a really good day. Under $480 or about $480, under 500 that day. This was 3 weeks ago, guys. So I can teach you how to do that. This bundle is going to be one of the best ones, I feel like. This has pretty much what you need. And if you just want these 2, again, I've got the Seductive Conversations bundle on there. And then we also have the upgraded bundle, the one with all 10 ebooks, where you'll get literally everything. So let's go on in there, check those out. And let's talk about the next mistake people are making. So another mistake is they have no plan to keep callers on or turning them into regulars. Oops. And they don't turn them into regulars. Guys, when you have a caller come in, the most important thing you want to try to do is turn them into your regular. Why? Because once you turn them into your regular, you don't have to promote as much. You always want to keep doing that, like I said, but you don't have to do it as much. If you've got a couple of regulars, you can pretty much count on when you log in. I know that person A, B, D, and E, you're going to call me today regardless because I already know the schedules because I teach you in my ebooks how to track this, how to keep up with that. You know when they're usually available, all of that, right? That's another mistake. They're not tracking these types of things. I teach you how to do all these things. Either we can do a training, you can grab my ebooks to help you with that. So if I know that I have 5 people that typically call me this given time, this given day, whatever, I know that I'm set. I don't necessarily have to do this as much. Of course, I still do it. I do it all the time, but I'm not as dependent on it, right? Because I've got regulars. And how do you create the regulars? I already told y'all one tip a little bit earlier. I'm on the phone. We just did a specific chat, a conversation, whatever. My regular call time is anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours because I know exactly what to say. I know how to say it because it's not just what you say, it's how you say it, right? So if I say drop the voice, go slower, count it, breathe, all of that in my PDF, then you do the same thing, it'll start happening. You'll start getting those longer calls, more money. That's all that means, right? But the callers like that. And then at the very end, you're going to say, hey, so next time we're going to flip the script. You're not going to say flip the script. That's what I'm saying, right? So next time we talk, instead of the way we did it today, I want to be in this location, or I want you to do this to me. I want me to do that to you. Whatever it is, you're literally flipping around the conversation. You've already got them thinking about your next call. And then you're going to do that again and again and again. And that's one way you're turning them into regulars. A lot of PSOs do not have a plan for this, do not know how to do that, because that's just one way to do it. There's more to that step, but that's the first step. There's more to that process. I mean, that is the first step. That is what I teach people who work with me how to do it. That is why I have people who started a month ago, 2 months ago, already making $83 in 2 to 3 hours a day and more than that. So guys, if you're interested, if you're serious, if you're ready, go ahead and go down to the link. Go to my PSO store. The links are down there. Check out the ebooks or set up a training chat with me, or get yourself one of the bundles, the training bundles, where you will either have 2 hours on a Zoom call or 4 hours on a Zoom call plus all of my ebooks. All right. So those are some of the mistakes that I see people making. Sorry, y'all. I'm getting sick. Like, honestly, this sucks. I'm losing my voice, which is horrible for us, but I'm going to go get tea and all of that fun stuff. And it's also like a double-edged sword, right? I'm losing my voice because I talk a lot, but we need to. That's our most important tool. Your voice is a tool. And we need to take care of that too. So I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to go drink my coffee. I'm going to go get my horrible cough drops. If y'all know any cough drops that are semi-good, please suggest them to me in the comment section because I hate the taste of cough drops, but I know that they're essential, especially when you're feeling a little bit sick like this. So yeah, guys, that is basically what I have for you. If, again, you're ready to start earning money, from home as a PSO, feel free to visit me down here at the Dollhouse. Check out all of these trainings. If y'all have questions, I will stick around and answer them. And again, if you're rewatching this from home, feel free to, or I mean, not from home, like not on my live right now, feel free to drop your comments, your questions, all of that in the chat. But yeah, these are the books, guys. And what is the type of income you could be making? Again, this is the very first picture that I had. On average, a PSO makes $50 an hour. These are my numbers from this week. 1 hour, 9 minutes, $63. 1 hour call, literally an hour, $54.90. Right under an hour, 54 minutes, $49.50. I can teach you to do this if you're ready, if you're serious. Let's go ahead and get started. And yes, my ebooks are detailed enough, broken down enough to where you will get here as well. But if you want to go ahead and set up some one-on-one sessions with me, plus get all the ebooks, those links are down there too. And I would love to work with y'all. So anyways, let me just show y'all some of the sessions. And they were here. Let's see where they at. I don't know why it does this. Does y'all's phones do that? Does it just not show you where they're at? So anyways, 2.5 hours. This is one shift, right? 2.5 hours. Average was $50.87 because I made $122 that day. That day, I remember I just didn't have a lot of time. I didn't have patience. I was like, fuck it. How many of y'all can show up at work and you're just not feeling it for whatever the reason was and be able to just be done for the day? But honestly, guys, in that 2.5 hours, I'd already made $122. That's about what most people make all day long in their 7-8 hour shift at work. You can do that in half the time. I can teach you. Again, $50.87 per hour average. 4-hour shift on a different day, $181.80. And I've got all this right here. So an hour and 30 minutes, $85. 18-minute call, $17. Hour 13-minute call, $666. $66.60. That's a sign, y'all. Go sign up. It's a blessing. We're turning it into a blessing. 13 minutes, $12.60. We're claiming it as a blessing. $45.45, right? Average, again, per hour, $50. And that's the same one. This was a different day. This was this week. A 4-hour shift, $178.03. Y'all can see it. 26-minute call, $24. Hour, 17 seconds, $54. That's the same one I just showed y'all. This one was a while back, $342 in 5-hour shifts, right? So anyways, guys, if you're ready to start, if you want to go ahead and get started with the Phone Sex Dollhouse, this right here is where to go. It's also down in the description. If you want the actual tips, the strategies, the information to learn how to do this, this is where to find it. If you want to book some time for us to chat, I would love to do that. I would love to sit down with you one-on-one on Zoom, teach you how to start doing this profitably, whatever. Y'all know what I mean. I want you to make money, period. And hopefully you'll be making more than that $50 an hour average. That is where to go. bit.ly.com/ sorry, not .com. Let me start over. bit.ly/dollhousehome. That is going to take you to the main site. It's also down in the description. So feel free, guys, ask me your questions down below in the comments section. If you're on the chat here, feel free to ask questions right now. Rewatch my other videos as well. If you still have like questions about something, I do have a video where I go through all of my ebooks, exactly what's in each one of them. If you have questions about that, y'all can also email me. I'll put it down here below. My email is, can y'all see that? It is phonesexdolls@gmail.com. So if you have questions about anything, guys, feel free to reach out there as well. And for tonight, I will let you all be. Have a good night, everybody. And if you do have questions, again, feel free to reach out. Visit me at the Dollhouse. Do not forget to subscribe and ask me your questions.